Hello and welcome. My name is Carsten Lützen. I'm an Agile coach and a Scrum Master. In this video I will talk about this lack of trust, or if we use this 7 dysfunctions of a team, absence of trust. If you like these videos, please subscribe and share. That would be super helpful for me. When we're dealing with a team, this can be a new team, it can also be an existing team. But if we have this lack of trust or this absence of trust, that is effectively stopping us from achieving anything with this team in a sustainable manner. And for me, this is often due to either it's a new team that has been set together, so they're past the forming phase if we use the Togman model, and they're in the storming phase, or if it's an existing team that have had some kind of change happen, so they have been put back into the storming phase. It can be some big change, or a new team member joining, or a team member leaving, or something that has rocked the boat sufficiently to put them back into the storming phase. And the most important thing here as the team coach or the facilitator is to deal with it. Treat it. Do not think this will go away on its own. I have seen this happen in different teams, and it's never easy, it's never fun. And some of the signs is if people are hiding what they're doing, how they're feeling, or if they're being super confrontational. So really like arguing all the time and not really listening to what is being said, but they're just like confronting each other when they have opposing views in a non-constructive manner. And maybe the biggest problem is when people are just quiet and do not feel that they want to say anything or contribute with anything. That is when we have the real problems, because nobody is then trusting the other team members to actually take it in a positive and constructive way, what they would like to pitch in with. There is no silver bullet, to my experience at least, with how to deal with this. But I've tried to come up with some ideas on techniques and tools and exercises we can do to help get out of this storming phase, help some of this hiding and quiet thing. And that is, some of it is about talking to each other, working together. Practicing empathy might also be a good way. I've put this market of skills that help us in a team, especially in a new team, to figure out what are we bringing to the team and what do we hope to get from the team. There is a video on that. Also back-to-back listening, for instance. So doing some kind of exercise where you stand back to back and listen to a song and you talk about what did you feel, and then you switch place. And yes, this sounds a bit feely, but it actually makes good sense. The same with quizzes. So take turn making a quiz about yourself. Probably you as a facilitator go first and bring up some things that you would normally not talk about. So put yourself out there, make yourself vulnerable to be a role model for the rest of the team. I've also put feedback. So how do we do feedback in the team? Some of this might be due to an unhealthy feedback culture. So it might be that we start to look at when are we giving feedback, how are we giving feedback, constructive and positive feedback. And also remember, people are different. So it might be some people like always feedback one-on-one. Some people are okay with positive feedback in plenum. Really start to talk about that. And also dive into the ways of working. So when do we ask which questions? How do we work together? When are we working together? This is super important to have that set in place, set in stone, at least for a time being. Other exercises could also be Troika consulting from Liberating Structures to help us, to help each other, help other persons on the team, right? And this will take some time getting used to. The important thing, and what I have seen working best, is to get people to talk. And a good place for that is maybe at the retrospective. Kick out everybody not in the team and have an honest and open retrospective if possible. If not, start maybe to use some of these techniques. I'm hoping that some of you are open for sharing. How are you dealing with the team when you see this lack of trust in teams? And as always, comments, question, ideas and feedback, it's more than welcome. And then have a super awesome day.